since Friday.
Oh,
I got
ouch.
I got your
Yeah.
show
You
pulled
got it
up.
from your kids, I bet. Oh, it says we're live.
Yep.
And suddenly a bunch of comments come through. Let me go rolling back up here to the top. I would like to say thank you, everyone, for being here and welcome to Drone Therapy Season Greetings 2024-25. Um, oh, I've got to mute myself on the other live stream. Oh, there we go. Much better. And basically, I want to tell everybody Happy Christmas and everything, and Happy New Year and stuff. And I think all the guys here want to. What I want to do is kind of talk a little bit about. I know Scott can't stay long, so I'm going to shut up here in just a second and let Scott say his good things, and we'll see how much longer he wants to stay. And I think he has something that he wanted to do, but I don't have a way of doing a contest. So maybe if you do that, Scott, you could think of a number between one and something, and then that's how we'll give it away and whatever it comes up on the comments that I have. Can you all see comments in your studio?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna I'm gonna put in private chat what the number is. I guess I ought not do that. That way any of y'all can win it. Anybody can win it. I got it in my head.
oh yeah,
I
yeah.
feel,
Well, we
I
don't have
feel
to do
like
it.
a
We
razor.
don't have to do it. We don't
I
have to do
write it down and then show it to you.
it. We don't
Isn't
have
that
to do
right?
it. We don't have to do it right this exact minute. I was just saying that I didn't have a look at this. See, Dusty's already putting in 69. But anyway, I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm glad to have everybody here. I want to also say that this is going to be the last show of 2024 for us. Angel is on the road as usual, so hopefully he'll get in towards the tail end of it. But what I would really like to do is for the first part of the show is talk about what all came out new this year from like DJI, from Alltel, from everybody, and just what came out new this year, what we really think is going to happen. I know some of you can see pinned in the chat that I actually put up there section 1709 of the NDAA, and that's exactly what it says, folks. It says very plainly that they are required to make a determination if Chinese made drones pose an unacceptable risk to U.S. national security. So it's there. It's already in the NDAA. So at any given moment, they could say, yes, it's causing a national security problem. And that's it.
But
I'm
doesn't there have to
hoping
be
that
a
they stick
study?
to their gun. What now?
Doesn't there have to be a study done first?
But did you see the word? The wording in section 1709 is so vague that they could just go, we tested it.
I'm going to do a study. I'm going to take it
Exactly.
on me. So, yeah, I'll take
So
care of it, guys.
we're
Don't
in the
worry.
clear now because Brian's going to do the
Yeah,
study.
I got this.
Yes, Wednesday night is definitely the night for drone content. There's a lot of people on. So, Scott, this is the first time I've ever had you on. I'm very grateful to have you on. I want to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your family. And the picture I wanted to say because it came across weird in Messenger. The picture that you took, it made it look like they had put a band or something around it. But then when you showed me live, it looks a lot cooler. It looks so much
Awesome.
cooler, man, than I thought it would. And that's a huge cup too, man.
Oh, it is. It is the full size. It's the size I like to drink my coffee because
Yes,
I don't like to keep
it
going back
looks
to
really
coffee.
sharp. It's a
Yeah,
super sharp. And by the way, if you all didn't know, we have those for sale in the store. You can check my store on my YouTube channel and feel free to buy any of those because my wife's is tired of me buying them and seeing the charges on my credit card bill. So I tell people before, I'm my own best customer. I've given my kids some, I've given my grandkids some.
now, I'll
So
be honest. This is the first time I've used it. I got water in it tonight, but I didn't want to use it for coffee yet because I wanted to keep it clean because I knew I was going to be showing it off right now. But it's coffee's going in it next.
I always drink this kind of water, usually when I'm drinking water on the show. For some strange reason, I've got hooked on this water. My wife gets mad at me, makes fun of me. She goes, "Yeah, you have to have but she has special water now too." hmm What is it? Yours? What is yours? Core water or something like that. She'll come in here and slap me in a minute and say,
Mine's
"Shut
called Tap.
up." I remember them days drinking out of water hoses too.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're not trying to run anybody. Oh, well, there. The green screen took it away. Or wait a minute.
Good.
Either that or YouTube censoring us. Oh, now I can see it. There you go. Anyway, let's see. Tap water all day long. Okay. So I wanted to, like I said, I have pinned that in the chat. I didn't want to try to be a Debbie Downer to everybody, but I'm really afraid, especially with this crap going on in New Jersey, and especially because I think Trump was trying to tell us the other day, chill out. It's not that big a deal. You're right. It has something to do with the government, but nobody wants you to know about it. Just chill. That's what basically I got from him because he was like, I'm getting daily briefings. They know about what's going on. Just settle down. That's what I got out of it. That's what I got from what he said.
Well, we as a drone community already know that because we already know what the technology is and what they use to track us or do whatever. So,
John likes your fire water. Oh, I had never. Have y'all ever seen my? I thought I had. This is what's scary. This stuff's a year old now, so I don't know. Does alcohol get more potent as it sits, or does it
Yes.
fade with age?
If it's good alcohol, it should stay for a pretty
It was
good while.
pure. It was pure grain a year ago, and
It's
I made
still-
some of that apple pie.
Anything that's like
moonshine.
25 proof. No,
Brad brings that stuff, and man,
Yes,
Oh.
but I made it a year ago, and it tasted kind of like cough syrup when I drank it a year ago. But I'm
You
wondering
better be
if it'll
careful
put
with that
hair on my
stuff.
chest.
that stuff will get you in trouble.
Yeah. Come
I'm
here,
Tastes
Grandson.
good.
Yeah, that's what I need to do on Christmas Day because I've given my kids some too. Rip the Hobby 2024. No, I'm just trying to. I think it's coming. Like everybody said, I think people are just have come to grips with it. They're like, we got to fly till we can't fly.
I don't know what the problem is. I found this 1,000 lumen small light at Home Depot, and I've already rode it twice on the bottom of my drone in downtown Houston, and I don't have a problem. I mean, people look up at it and go, wow, but I don't see them running in the streets.
And then people are Merry Christmas, John Coopy, and Merry Christmas to everyone in the chat. Merry Christmas to Captain Joe. Merry Christmas to Dusty. Merry Christmas to Brian. Did Ronnie come in? I don't see Ronnie. Merry Christmas to B Max Vario Visuals. Yay! And have another drink on me. FTO Media, who's another Tapwater fan. Glad to have you in the house. Let's see.
There is
Anyway.
tap water in this.
There is tap water in that. I have ice cubes, but I haven't
Yeah.
used any today. Do you have a flight vid up? Okay, so let me see. What was I going to say? I was going to talking about. So this year, DJI released a lot of drones and cameras and other accessories. They released the DJI Avata 2, which was an enhanced FPV flight experience with an improved sensor and increased flight time. The DJI Neo, a lightweight, compact aerial videographer that can take off and land from the palm of your hand. The DJI Mini 4K, an affordable 4K drone with a 1/2.3 inch CMOS camera. They threw this out here. I don't know where they got this from. Because I'm using AI to give me an overview, and I swear to you guys, it says DJI Mini 5 Pro, compact drone with improved camera performance, AI tracking, and connectivity options. So the AI had to have pulled that from somewhere. There's some kind of data on that to have pulled that up. It would have to. I wonder if these little chains will tell me where it came from. November 17th, 2024. Oh, somebody's speculating, but it came off of a YouTube channel called Photomica. Ain't that trippy? So we don't know for sure if that's true or not. The DJI Mic Mini, a new mini wireless microphone. DJI goggles, what is this, M3? The new goggles that elevate the immersive drone flight experience. DJI Action 5 Pro, an action camera with revolutionary image quality.
Hang on, Bill. On that word immersive, I hear it so many times.
Yeah.
All I think of is every time I put on my Avata and I take those things off, I should be soaking wet for some reason. I'm immersed.
Yeah.
before I've been blessed. I've been drowned in River Jordan or something.
In the River Jordan.
That's
Okay, go tell it on the mountain. Anyway, but
the fire water talking.
yeah, it's the 75 millimeter f 1.8 lens. It's a new lens for, I'm assuming, the Inspire series, and of course now they got the DJI Power Expansion Battery 2000, and apparently I didn't know that had already come out. Apparently it wasn't on sale on Black Friday like the 1000 was. Did everybody here buy their battery? Because I didn't buy one. Did you
I
go buy
didn't buy
one?
one.
No.
You,
Right,
I
Scott he's 10 minutes deep, and I know Scott's got to go sleep before long. We
Oh,
have
go ahead. I'll be all right. I'll be okay.
All right, you sure? Because
Yeah.
but okay, and so out of those new drones, what would you all recommend the most, or do you all have a drone that I haven't mentioned yet?
A lot of two.
Yeah, the Avata 2 is a killer drone. All I'm getting for Autel is Evo Max series firmware package update came on August 5th, 2024. The Evo 2 Pro version 3 that came with the new 6.4-inch smart controller. The Dragonfish Nest. The Evo Max 4T. The Autel Titan and Autel Alpha. And the Evo Nano Plus.
I never had the money enough to even hear of these drones.
Well, this one is saying the Evo Nano Plus has got the 50 megapixel pictures.
You
Which
lost
I
me.
think that makes sense. That sounds viable, but I don't
The
know.
Autel fish thing is what lost me. I know that's like a $20,000, $30,000 drone.
Yeah, Dale Hilton plays with them sometimes. And the stuff, like I said, I don't know what to say about the stuff in New Jersey. So, does anybody? Oh, and of course, we got the DJI came out with. What else was it? They came out with was Pocket 3 is
bunch.
over a year old, isn't it?
Which one?
Pocket 3 didn't come out in 24; it came out in 23.
Yeah.
Agree. Yeah.
Right.
So it's over a year old now.
And I just saw a video this afternoon for the Pocket 4 due out next year.
Yeah, it makes sense. And then we got the Osmo Action 6. Like I said, I think like January and February we're going to get a boatload of FCC, notices from DJI because they're going to get all this stuff in before, hopefully before any kind of ban goes through. Because the wording, is still basic. I don't know what's going to come out. I don't know how it's going to come out. Like I said, it's going to be really hard for them to go back and retroactively cut those things off. So we're pretty safe with stuff that's already been approved. So that's why I think that we're going to see a boatload. We're going to see probably, let's say, 8 to 12 new items
Question.
from DJI.
Even if they can't, like you said, retroactively like ban the stuff that they've already come out with, can they ban future sales of that already released product?
No. It will still be able to get. They won't. I don't think they'll ban. Like we could get DJI Air 3S's once you get them past customs. See, that's the issue that they're going to use is they're going to pull it. And the sad thing about 1709 is, like I said, it says that it requires them to determine if Chinese-made drones are a threat to U.S. national security. So
Now that
Go ahead.
customs thing is that particular to drones? Because they don't know what's in the package, do they? Or you could order a coffee cup from the same region and it would be at risk of getting hung up in customs, right?
I
They
think
cherry
you have
picking.
what now, Scott?
They seem to be cherry picking what they block because most everything's coming from that area.
Right. Well, I guess they could put it in an X-ray and see what it is.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, don't you have to disclose what you're shipping?
Yeah, I think so, and especially if it's going to have the batteries and stuff that you have to register it, and
Right,
so
right.
they would know. And plus, they're going to go through scanners, man, when they get here, and they're going to go, that sure as hell don't look like coffee to me. That's some kind of new drone-sized percolator, I guess.
We're just going to have to build tunnels underneath the border.
Yeah, and the
To
Canadian
Canada.
border. We'll have Lauren standing on the other side going, you got that $1,500?
By the way, on
Anybody got it
the
from me? I'll be on your live stream in 2 weeks, though.
Hey, we got Jim in here. Jim can be our coyote or whatever. So
Hey, he can just mail them to us. We just had to pay that outrageous
See, the
shipping fee.
big, the sad thing is if we start banning these things, more than likely other countries are going to do it too because they deal with us. Like right now, there's this. Forgive me for using these words. There's a pissing contest going on, and the only problem is that there other countries are pissing back this time. So, yeah, we got Lawrence got a T-shirt that says "Not made in China." Yeah,
we do.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. John Coopy, Johnny. What do you all think about this? Seriously, like John's asking me for a prediction. I got no clue. I had prayed to God that I was completely wrong, and everybody else had said, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep flying. Just keep flying." And I have been flying. You know, I flew just the other day
So,
when
so
it was
why
in
are you
Green.
worrying about it now? What has triggered it? That because of the New Jersey thing?
No, that's adding to it. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that see what's if you all didn't notice, Drone XL posted an article about how there. You remember that first responders drone act that they were trying to throw at us?
Yeah.
They've kind of rebranded it and they're bringing it back, but a Democrat's the one that's doing it this time. So the fact of the matter is, where we've got just as much as a razor thin majority as it was the other way before, it's the other way. So there's going to be a push me pull you can kind of going on, and I hope because like Randy's pointed out before, him and what's his name again, the Chinese guy, Xi or whatever, that they
Ding.
kind of get along. So fingers crossed that they work something out, But as far as the New Jersey thing, I don't think. Like I said, he came out and said, "Hey, I'm already getting daily security briefings. I wish the military would just go ahead and say something and stop all this chaos." So he obviously doesn't think that it's a threat,
I think
or he would be
I think what
raising hell. So
Billy and Vic Moss said is pretty close to the truth. Most of the sightings that I've seen are manned aircraft, and I think it's hysteria. Like one person called in, they see it on the news or hear about it, and then they see something that they think is a drone, and they call in, and then all of a sudden it turns into some big hysterical.
Let me tell you what's the problem.
What?
Everybody needs to quit watching the media because the
Right.
media is doing this with everything.
Yep.
everything,
Stop watching them. Quit
whatever
paying.
will get you to tune in, man. Whatever
Absolutely. I
they can.
mean,
We're,
it's clickbait. That's all they do.
Yeah,
It's clickbait.
we're all going to
every
need to get
every
drone
media outlet,
vaccinations.
like that now. It
They
doesn't matter
beat us
which
into
one
a
you are.
frenzy all the time. Look, we used to shark attacks in Florida. I live in Florida, and oh my gosh, everybody's getting attacked by sharks now. But if you go look at the statistics, you find out, guess what? No more people are getting attacked by sharks as they were 50 years ago. But they decided to put the focus on it, and next thing you know, everybody's being Jaws is here. So
And if you know what you're looking at, you can tell whether it's a manned aircraft or a drone.
Well, yeah, when
Uh,
you see the beacons, man, I'm like,
right,
they ain't
and
gonna be no aliens gonna put warning beacons and shit on their
right. Well, the
plane.
airplane has a light on the tip of it. A drone has two tips on the front. So if it's flying square with two lights up front, you know it's a drone. If it's got one left, one right, one front, one back, you know it's an airplane.
well,
See, my hotel has purples. I got people riled up over that.
I got to tell you, once since I got the media out of my life's so much nicer. It's
Yeah,
it's enjoyable, and actually, you find out that you don't have to hate each other. Actually,
Well,
if you learn what people are, they you can enjoy them. So
yeah. My wife says all the time the news is depressing.
that's funny, man. He's gonna wrap his Mavic 3 in Christmas lights and hover over Johnny's house. Johnny, did you see that? You better take a picture quick. That
Did
would
y'all
be
see Billy Kyle though I guess as a local news interviewer on he had a whole thing on Instagram. It was about 5 minutes long. I was surprised Instagram even went with it, but he did the whole interview on Instagram. I know I saw it there.
yes. We were talking about that beforehand, or was it some? No, I think they were talking about it on Johnny and Ray's show or Johnny's show, and Ray co-host. Anyway, but they were talking about how that the girl asking questions was very cool and wasn't trying to lead him down one way or the
No,
other.
he didn't. He was okay.
Yeah, so and I like I said, after hearing him come out and just flat out say, "Hey, I wish they would just go ahead and tell you what the hell it is," you know, and just him seem kind of matter of fact about it. He didn't seem worried about it or like it was going to be, some kind of national security problem or anything. So I don't think it's any big deal. So I don't think that's what's going to cause the problem. I think
I,
that they're going to go ahead.
my theory is they eventually they will take us out of the air, but why? Is they want to open up the airways for these commercial flights that are going to be small hops, like from Tallahassee to Gainesville, uh, and or the delivery drones or anything like that. Anything that can make money, a bunch of money for them, they got to knock the hobbyist out of the air to clear the airways for that. But
Well, the thing
that's
about it is other people talked about it before. We got 400 feet, and I'm pretty sure the
not
hobby.
unless we have 400 feet, unless they want it for themselves.
Well, we got that 100-foot cushion between us and planes. So still, there's an opening for us. Here's what I'm thinking is going to happen. I see exactly what you're saying, that they're going to take a particular part of the airspace to make their money in for do. But I think that the commercial drones that are doing deliveries and your little short hops in the little drone vehicles are going to run from, let's say, 300 feet to 500 feet. Okay, still leaving the planes covered up there. Okay, and then from 200 feet, we'll say from anywhere from 300 feet down to 200 feet is going to be the buffer zone from that point on. And then we will be allowed from 200 feet down, but it will be so ridiculously priced. Like it just you'll be required to pay for your recreational license because that's coming. You're talking about them wanting to make money, so they're going to charge us for that recreational amount. It's going to be a hell of a lot more than any $5 too. They're going to probably charge us recreational to take the little Bobo test to prove that we almost like a little with the driver test that we took when we were 16 years old, just enough to prove that we have enough knowledge, but to not really ask enough questions to say, okay, you're actually qualified to file as a 107 now. But enough to really differentiate to say, okay, you qualified to be a recreational pilot. We'll give you up to 200 feet and you got to pay $300. Or you're going to have somebody that's going to come over that has a 107 and then you're going to pay them like $1,500 to have drones at your party for your guest to fly, and the 107 pilot's going to stand there while one person at a time flies the drone and then comes back and lands, and then the next person goes. It's going to become a rich man sport, in my opinion. So, what do you think of that?
I'm gonna crash
Uh,
that party.
Usually, money always runs the show. But I'll be honest too. I'm not real worried about it. I'll worry about it when it's time to worry. I probably whatever we think it's going to be is not what it's going to be. Who knows
Yeah,
what it's going to be, and
yeah.
we'll deal with it when it happens. I
Like I
guess.
said, we could be praying. We could be praying. No, it's really really hard for them to retroactively shut down all that stuff down, and the next thing they go, oh no, it's real easy. Click.
Yeah.
Ugh. And everybody has a mass heart attack, because we're talking about. But my understanding, like Randy was talking about, if they do ban it, supposedly everything from that point back will be okay. So there's no reason for them to stop bringing in all that stuff, right? So we would be able to get Air 3Ss once they see. That's what I don't understand. I mean, I get that they're saying that there's some slave labor going on, but why is it that they're banning them one way and then stopping them another? I don't understand.
Why is Apple and Nike still in business? You know,
It's sort of like a seatbelt law. Gives them excuse to pull you over if they want to.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, they don't pull you over. I mean, you know what? You got a ban because you're using slave labor. Well, they use it when they want to.
Well, let's see. Y'all be careful, Christmas scammers. There you go. That's how it works. And then John made the point about even if no rules change, which would be a godsend, we know we now have to deal with even more ignorant public experts on TV. And oh yeah, yeah, expect more trouble.
Look, about a year ago, and this is no joke, I was in a well lit parking lot downtown flying my Evo, which is, you can see that thing 3 miles away without any additional lights. It has purple in the back, which is supposed to be blue, but they're purple, red in the front, whatever. I am not kidding. 8 people. First, it started as two. Within 15 minutes, I had 8 people. They were about 100 feet away from me. They're all going, "What is that?" What? They were getting in a tizzy and a panic. I said, "Okay, enough of this stupidness." I literally brought that thing down right over their heads and then flew it over to me. And they felt like real dummy. But I'm just saying that when you talk about the hysteria behind what's going on, it's not easy. It's easy to generate, and when you get hysteria going, it's like, yeah, we got to ban these things.
Yeah, once you get
Look,
the ball
you
rolling.
want, the worst thing you can ever do is rule out emotion, and that's what they're charging. That's what they're driving right now is emotion,
Yep.
Yep,
and
yep.
that's why we're hearing such bad stuff, and they gotten everybody emotional.
Well, that's what John's saying right here. He said, I've said it before, but if possible, don't fly alone for a while. He said, I'm serious. People are paranoid and insane. Well, yeah, but sometimes they don't want to listen, man. You'll try to explain to them, no, 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 no. Like I said, the one time I've had one Karen experience, and I was literally in my son's backyard inside a closed gate. And this lady just opened the gate herself, walked right into the party, and goes, "Excuse me, is that your drone?" And I'm the one holding the controller. I'm like, "Yeah." Well, don't
Mhm.
fly it over my house. And I'm like, I'm not flying it over your house.
Uh,
It's like way over there by like, a quarter of a mile, and it's looking at Mount Rainier. Well, just don't fly it over my house. I saw it. I saw it. I took pictures of it. And I'm like, okay, then call the police. I was like, because ma'am, I said, I'm not doing anything illegal. I said, there's no airspace here that I can't. But there happened to be a helicopter probably about, I don't know, about 4 miles away. And then so when he kind of moved over my direction, came back down, of course. But she was just like, because she said I flew to, and was like looking at her house and looking in her windows. And I was trying to be polite with her to begin with. And I said, ma'am, I'm not breaking any laws. I said, I didn't have to get lank, which is, for me to check if an airspace near the airport has lank, then I would have to get clearance in order for me to fly. I made sure I didn't have to have that. I said, and I'm not flying over your house. And I said, if you really want to be technical about it, you don't own the airspace above your home. I said, the government does. And I said, and then she just kept on and kept on. And here we are in the middle of my son, and he's having like a party. There's all kinds of his friends are running, hanging around and everything. And she's already walked in and kind of put a screeching halt on everything. And I'm like, what is on with this? And so I just finally got to the point. I said, okay, please go home and call the police and have them come over here and tell me I can't fly my drone. And I said, if not, if when they get here, I'm going to tell them, please arrest this lady because she walked through a closed gate and trespassed on our party. And we'll see which one of us gets in trouble. At which point she turned around and left. So anyway, but yeah, that was like I said, trying to educate people once they, like John said, there's people that are paranoid and insane and they're experts. And she was just like, no, you cannot do that. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm really trying, because I felt like explaining to her, like, you really don't know me, do you? You're really poking that bee's nest right now. But I was actually more polite than I expected myself to be. But anyhow, so I need to do this. Scott needs to, he's got something really cool he's going to help us give away, because I'm cheap and I just got a printer. I'll talk about that in a little bit. So anyway, but Scott has this really killer hat, and he's not going to
Awesome.
tell any of us, although I'd
Anybody
really
can,
like to win it.
I like that.
So, but don't tell us. You think about it yourself, Scott, and you
I
tell
already
us
got it. I already wrote it down.
and
Did a
what's the
long
numbers.
time
What's the
ago.
numbers between what and
One
what?
1 through 25.
Oh, 1 through 25. Yeah, we got 29 people here. Okay, I'm going to go fast. There's mine. I put mine in. I think I did. Yes, I put in 7. So he'll tell us if somebody wins. Anywhere from 1 to 25 for the, oh, there we go. We got 13, 7, 13, 23. And that's all I've got so far. Wait a minute. Let me see over here. Oh, we got a bunch going over here.
Oh, got it. I got it.
Who won?
Dusty won East Coast Thrills.
What number was it?
Number 16.
Let's see.
Right there. Like I said, I wrote it down a long time ago.
Cool. Where is it? Yep, right there. Number.
I can verify, but I was
16.
watching. So.
Congratulations, Dusty.
Yeah,
I'm
Dusty.
going to look back over here. Yeah, it looks at it's verified on both chats.
Yeah, he got it.
Yep, it's verified on both chats that he's the one that got it. So no scamming at all. We did very good. Thank you very much. And let's see. How would he get in touch with you?
Send me address and messenger. I guess I'm part of Facebook now, so
Poor fella.
You could do if you didn't really want to have like because I do know that what happened like with Ed Ricker, like when I first discovered Ed Ricker when I was really getting interested in Mavic drones and stuff, I found him on Facebook and I sent him a friend request, right? And then, so I'm just asking him all kinds of drone questions, bang, 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 bang. And he's like, dude. And I'm like, what? And he goes, this is really my personal account. At which point I was like, oops, sorry, Ed, I already told about 500 people on the live stream. So
I've never posted anything on my thing or whatever, I don't even know what it is, story time or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But I do use it like to message you or message somebody else.
Yeah.
And,
well, Brian has 2 different accounts. Brian has his personal account and he has his BMAC account.
I'll be honest.
I need to do that.
Talking about invasive.
I don't qualify for the friend account.
As soon as I signed up, that thing went through my entire phone and found out anybody that was in my phone and said, "Oh, you might be friends with this." Da 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 da.
Oh yeah.
It's even scarier because now TikTok's emailing me.
Yeah.
Every day I'm getting, your friend such and such is on TikTok. Your
I
friend
think
such and such is
you
on
can
TikTok.
unsync that, Scott. I think you can unsync it from your contacts.
Oh yeah,
Well,
I'd say you
it's
can.
almost too late now because it's already the horse is out of the barn, so to speak.
The infection is spread.
Now what it does is say, well, you got 37 friends that are similar here, so you must be friends with coast to coast, so
Right.
And look, it's amazing. Matter of fact, I see how people get in trouble because all of a sudden I saw an old girlfriend that I had seen in 50 years. It's like, holy crap. So anyway, I'm not. Look, I came from a small town, so it doesn't mean anything. But
here's the thing, like John's talking about the Ed Rick. There's been so many moments that Ken Herron has pulled off of this show. Like the infamous one when he did the video about when I screwed up, and I'm going to say this because this is an adult stream. When I made the logo that looked like a penis, and
I was there for that.
Ken actually took it a little bit further. He made a fully animated video of the regular brand new C2 CD logo, and took it from a flaccid to a fully erect. And he was like, "You sure you want me to say?" Because Koopy and I were already rolling laughing because we knew exactly what he was going to do. Because John brought it up to me and I was like, "Yeah, I know, but I'm leaving it. I done put it up. I know. Just let everybody give me hell about it for a while." But he did. He tried to. He's like, "Dude, it looks like a," But anyway, let's see. Let me get back over in here. Let's see, Ronnie. How's he mailing a stripper? What? Okay. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, now he how if you know me very well, you might understand that I'm a very moody person. But I like wear my
Bipolar.
heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and sometimes I don't do it as bad as I used to. But used to, I'd really freak out on somebody. But I'm like, they'd be like, "Oh, you're a keyboard warrior." I was like, "No, if you were standing in front of me, even if you could kick my ass, I'd still say it." I'm like kind of an idiot, but I'm not as bad that I've gotten older now, and things have started breaking down. It's like I'll hit you with my Senna pills. You just leave me alone, boy. Yeah. Anyway, da 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 da. Yeah, Ed does. Ed's not just good at FPV. Ed has done some really like bare bones instructional videos. That's where I learned. I learned about, I think, my Phantom from him.
DJI Spark.
Yeah, the Spark.
That
Let's
that was my
see.
first coach.
And he like, don't get me wrong, I like the way Billy does it, but Ed doesn't. I don't know. Ed does it kind of in a laid back way, whereas Billy, I feel like Billy's kind of like my proctor. He's my teacher, and he's like, no, 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 pay attention. This is how you do it. And Ed's just kind of really casual the way he flows into doing a tutorial or kind of a review of something. So that was why I got into him. Let me see. Got a text from Customs telling me I had two containers valued at $5 million each. They needed 5,000 to clear customs. Keep wanting to pay the fees and send me. Yeah, but supposedly that means that your information is on the dark web now, and you need to do something to take it off. Like, have you all seen those commercials? Are you getting the spam text messages? Are you getting the robocalls? Then your message and your information is now on the dark web. But anyway, so
In this
this
the dark web, aren't we on the dark web?
we're definitely not rolling like normal. We're kind of
Getting
going,
your show on the dark
yeah.
web? My show is.
Well, that's like I said. That's this. Like I said, the free version of this. I don't even know if I have a. I may have a link that I get credit for it, but I don't think I ever do. But I do. I do have. It's good till the end of the year. So you'd have to message me if you want the code, but I do have a code that can get you up to 15% off 6 months of monthly subscription to EVMux. Or if you want to go ahead and get the year-long package, it will give you 50% off the entire year.
So
So if anybody's interested, you can just send me a message.
I
let
can't
me
even say
ask
the
you
name.
why you said you did. Is it OBS, right?
Yes, I've
Uh,
done OBS before.
so why don't you do OBS?
Because
It's
why
hard.
not? It's hard. It's not so much that
Pain
it's
in the ass.
hard.
Once
It's
you
just
set it up, it's not hard, is it?
not
Yeah,
so
But
much.
it's the same thing. Is that not what StreamYard is? They just did it for you.
yeah.
In a way,
Good
yeah.
analogy.
Yeah, it's all shortcutted for you. You don't have to go through all the prep and everything. That's like I said, the pro scenes here. I can add widgets and like do award stuff. I could actually add
But
a
you have a paid. Is this the paid version or the
yeah. This
unpaid?
is the paid version.
Yeah, okay. But you don't get that with the unpaid version.
I think you're limited to like 4 pro scenes, but I'm unlimited on pro scenes. So I can add, all kinds of different stuff. I could add like video screens and different things like that if I was doing more of a singular show. But like I said, when Paul does his show on the what is it, U.S. Drone Society or something,
Yeah,
what is
United
it?
States Drone
That
Society.
he uses he may not be using it anymore, but I know he used it for a while. And he was actually using OBS in combination with EVMux, which was giving him more abilities. So
Oh,
I need basically, how like Dobo and them will tell you, they'll say, fly what you got, get good with what you got before you jump into something else. So,
yeah.
like I said, I've need to really learn this good before I start trying to add more bells and whistles to it, or like I said, I've got till like November this year. So
Well, I was just curious because I know you've been doing this a long, long time, and OBS, not OBS. Prism was the first one I ever pulled up, and had no idea what I was doing.
I
And
started this doing Google Hangouts.
well,
Google Hangouts.
Don't pull up those videos again.
Well, there's like I said, that Billy, he was still a freshman in college, and he was living with his mom, and he was literally getting on the computer from his bedroom upstairs. It was like when he was like a junior was when he moved into the garage and set up his little studio. And then I think his senior year was when he moved in. Was it like towards the end of his junior year? He moved in that apartment. And he stayed there his senior year. I think he's still there now. I don't know for sure. I haven't talked to him in forever.
I know I watched my first Billy Kyle video because he mentioned he was a new college student. So that's how far along I started with that. With
Well, the
going deep.
thing the you were talking about that I've been doing this for a while. The very first drone therapy was October 4th, 2017. So yeah, it's been going on for a little while. That's how, we had to get to 300 episodes somehow. And then that's even, of course, now I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have surgery on New Year's Eve. So,
Are you shitting me?
yeah, I'm going to have double hernias. Well, they're double hernia surgery and repair on New Year's Eve. It was going to be the 14th, and trust me, I don't think I could have held out to the 14th.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm wondering how sober the doc's going to be. Is my thing I'm thinking.
Mm,
He's
good
he's
point.
he's he's patched me up before, so it's the same guy that he's my surgeon. So he's like, I only have 15 people, and he says you at least seem to be a new regular, so I'll keep you. So, but yeah, I'm gonna be probably asleep for I think 3 or 4 hours. And the only thing I hate is because I told him because I was really like ill before, and I'm sorry to talk about this, but I wasn't feeling well when I came out before, and I was talking to him about it. He goes, "No, we couldn't. We had to. You kept rousing." He said we would hit you with it, and he said and it would be normal, something that would knock a normal person out. And he said and you'd be out for about 5 minutes, and the next thing you know, you'd start going. Ah, and they'd have to hit me again. So he said, so finally they hit me with a little codeine. And I was like, man. But that was at the end when they had finished and they'd stitched me up so I wouldn't feel pain. But I hate codeine, so I've asked him to try to do something different this time. But anyway, yes, that's my fun filled New Year's Eve. And I
By the
get to
way,
go the day after Christmas and see my neurologist about my neck and back, and I'm going to try to put her off for a while because I
Mm.
got my little wife has got two bad knees, so I'm going to get done with my surgery and get back on 2 feet, and then she's going to go have double knee surgery
Mm.
ooh,
repair.
Getting
ooh,
old sucks.
Yeah,
I was going to say, except for Randy here, I mean, talking about this kind of stuff amongst old guys is normal.
Randy's not a baby though. Randy just
Yeah,
looks like a
I
baby.
got a hernia myself and a bum knee, so
So yeah,
Okay,
but
Randy,
Randy's
how
not a
old are you?
baby
If you're
anymore.
40, I'm
I'm.
leaving.
How old do you think I am?
I'd say, if I was to guess by looking at you, I'd say tops 38, as low as
You hit the
29.
nail on the head.
Yeah.
Really?
I was
Okay.
going to say 36.
38.
Because
And
I'm,
what is everybody in the crowd? Everybody's like, "Well, I know how much he is now." Okay, let me get back over here. I've missed some people coming in. Bob Casey, good to see you, my friend, and have Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Jim's droning. If I didn't tell you, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. This is 8 minutes ago. I need to catch up with people's stuff. Mike he was the winner of the T-shirt, and it looked pretty cool. I'm glad that Mike got his T-shirt. Thank you very much for dropping in, buddy. And Johnny Droneflower, he's saying hi. Can fix stuff. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. B Rad Austin from River City RVA. Glad to have you in the house as well. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. John Coopy, if I didn't already mention Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
you killed it there.
John from Flying Flame Media, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm trying to see if there's Mark, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm trying to see if there's anybody that came in that I totally missed. I'm trying to highlight them as well by telling them Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm rolling, I'm rolling, I'm rolling. I'm still like 5 minutes behind because I'm jabbering over here talking to you guys. Hey, Ray Kelly. There's Ray Kelly. I know Johnny Droneflyer was in here somewhere. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Johnny Droneflyer. Ray Kelly. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too as well. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Trying to see if somebody I missed. All right, we're caught up now.
Hey, Bill, you mentioned about this Eve. Oh, God, I can't even say the word Eve Mooks.
Yeah, Eve Mux.
It just gets caught like down here. It's like, ugh. But it does sound like a techie thing. I might have to do a live stream or two just to see if it. You said there's a free version.
Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes.
okay. I'm gonna have to
Like
check
I
it
said,
out.
I'm pretty. You keep the little splash up. Where's it at? No, let me go over here. Over here. This is on up in the
It is
upper
web
right hand.
based.
Up in the upper right hand corner, you see the powered by Eve Mux.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Only I get to take it down. I can put up my own logo, but they got to be the tiny logos anyway. And you get up to 6 people for free at
Same with
1080p.
StreamYard. Yeah.
But I mean, not 1080p in
I
StreamYard.
don't care.
A
StreamYard
720.
is never 1080p either.
What is was 1080p make me look better?
Yes, yes. And you have a beautification switch in your lobby.
Yeah, yeah. I click that thing. It doesn't help.
Well, the thing that's so funny is you look like one of them AI cartoons. Because you're all like, it's like it takes all the lines away and the wrinkles away, and you
Right.
just look like, hey, I had enough money for a facelift. Okay, 616. Are you still cool, Scott, or do you need to take off?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'll go to the show. I don't know how long does your show. I've never been to the end.
It usually doesn't stop till 7 o'clock, but we're kind of sputtering for input right now because I was carrying the load. I usually will try to jabber for a few minutes, and then somebody jumps in and adds a lot of data to it because I'm used to like hitting the ball to Ron or hitting the ball to Randy but Randy hadn't felt good, so. And then Angel comes in, and Angel usually we give Angel hell about his microphone not working. So, but I haven't heard or seen him on. Wait a minute, there he is. There's a message from him.
You know what? I didn't even realize my microphone was way over across the room. I forgot to put it over here.
I couldn't even tell.
Oh, he just got in. He said, "Give me 5 minutes." You must have heard me talking about him. Oh God. Let's see. Okay, we're back over here. And then back to the comments. And we've got Steve and Drones. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Oh, now we haven't talked about typhoons. The Typhoon H. Let's see what it was. What was it? The Q500? Wasn't that the other one? But it had another name. The other unique drone. I was so in love with that drone when I first saw it. Because
Did that thing have 6 props?
the Typhoon H, yeah.
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 I know.
And
I like
then,
that too. Good redundancy.
but remember the Q500 that had like you could pull the camera out and stuff and fly it without the camera, or you could fly it with the camera. But it had another name. I can't remember. It was besides Q500. It had some other, and I can't remember for the life of me. I cannot remember what it was.
It just occurred to me. There's the solution to DJI right there. You just said it, Bill.
What?
Take the camera off. Let us provide our own camera. What are they going to spy on?
Ooh. Well, yeah, that would be cool. But so we're going to put 35 millimeter stuff on it.
Hey,
We need
if
to
I'm
hot
going to put
stream
on a
out.
camera, let's work with this. We could do we could do some stuff.
A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, Brad. Let's see.
Q500.
I
Stephen
think it
Jones.
was. I thought that was. Good night, sir. Thank you very much for coming in. Good night, Dusty. Thank you for coming in. We're still going to stick around for a little while. At least I am. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll on down. Yes. Yeah, the Q500. Oh, he has 2. You have 2 that still work, and they're pluses. They're H pluses. That's like the bright orange ones, I think.
He actually flies his.
There we go. Use it for dual operator with the second controller. Yeah. Okay. Yep. But I always thought that like the Q500 looked like some kind of like Romulan or Klingon ship, more Romulan mainly, and that's why I thought it was so cool. And that was the first drone that I wanted, right? And I had started following Dan Sampson, better known at that point in time as Drone Worship.
Drone worship.
Yeah, so I was
That's the
watching.
only way I know him.
So that was, but well, he was somebody else before that. Dan the Drone Man was his first existence. So if you ever get a chance, you can go. And he got so much flack. People gave him so much hell because he was when he was younger. He was like all of us. He was like, oh, he knew everything, and he wasn't trying to be mean to anybody. But they gave him a lot of shit and hacked on him about this, that, and the other. But then Dan came back with Drone Worship, and he was like, well, you really don't want a unique, man. You really, and he got me looking at the 3DR Solo, which I think there's still some of those flying today. you know,
I'm getting at the Petticoat Junction there.
Petticoat Junction.
Yeah, I'll turn it back off. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
When my show's on, MASH is always on, and Brian said something, so I turned the TV on. I usually don't see what's on at this time, so I don't know.
Hey, don't knock it, man. I got to see Green Acres at least once a week.
I love Green.
I haven't watched any of those old shows in forever.
Me TV, buddy. That's where it's
Oh
at.
yeah,
I like Andy Griffith.
yep.
Yeah, I like Andy Griffith some. See now
But-
that the funny thing
I don't
about
like
it is
I don't
I
like
grew
color.
up.
I don't like
Go ahead.
color. I don't like the color episodes. I like the black and white ones.
Well, we actually I've been through down in there. We went because that's like when I grew up in Marion, Virginia, where I grew up at, and so
Wow.
we'd actually go down 77 sometimes or get off. I can't remember what the highway was, but we would and the original Ray's King Burger, the very first Ray's King Burger, or Ray's. It was like seafood restaurant or something. It was in like Mount Airy, which was their Mount Pilot, and then what else was there? But Pilot Mountain's down there. It looks like, Pilot Mountain. I'm just going to leave it at that because I know what I thought it looked like when I first saw it. And my mom slapped me. Don't you say that. What? That's what it looks like. Psh, everyone again. I didn't say it anymore. At least not to her. But anyway, let's see. I still have I still preach about how the Air 2S is a phenomenal drone,
I was
and
gonna say,
I
old?
don't think
That
it's
is not-
old either.
No, I mean I still pull that thing out at least 2 or 3 times a month.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal drone, and
Hell, I
it does,
placed a cruise ship only about a month ago with it.
it's so versatile. Is the biggest thing. It's such a unique drone, and it can be used in so many different formats. Let's see.
By the way, I was not going to get the Air 3S, but I have seen from a buddy of mine down in Galveston who was also chasing drones with me. There is a few advantages to the new drone camera-wise that the Air 2S is going to have a hard time meeting, which I was surprised about. And it is the aperture, the 1/7.
The night footage is
Yeah, the night
beyond-
footage is
way beyond the Air
outstanding. It's,
2S.
it's as good as my Autel Evo.
Oh, this thing, John. I'm looking at the question that John came up with, and I'm like, oh, this is one for everybody, even the people in the chat.
Yeah, for me, it's carbon fiber. But my question is, am I willing to get my parts for my carbon fiber?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they're going to
John?
ban that right away.
John,
Right.
it's a kite and a GoPro.
A kite and a GoPro.
Yeah. You got to have other hobbies.
Trains.
Yeah, Second Amendment.
That too. You know, that's actually a cheaper hobby than drones.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it
For
is.
sure,
It is.
I mean,
sure.
you got to
I
watch
tell
the
you,
ammo
but
count.
The only problem is
ammo is
Yeah.
not expensive.
That's-
is it?
Ammo will get you. That's for sure.
that's one thing that I miss about being in Virginia, because in Virginia, your neighbors were like, half a mile away sometimes. So you could go out with your friends and actually go target shooting and stuff, have a good old time. You just hike a
Yeah.
little back in the country a little
You
bit.
could buy a box of 50 for your 22 that costs like $2 or three
And
bucks.
out here, man, everybody and their brother has one, and I'm just like, I'll stay at home. Thank you.
Hey, Bill,
You know,
how far was where you grew up in Virginia from Verona, Virginia?
Verona. Oh, that sounds familiar, but I'm wanting to say I can't remember what part of Virginia Verona is in.
It's in the southern part. And the only reason why I ask this is because in my younger days, when I was moving relatives down here to Texas, I was driving a U-Haul, stopped in there for an overnighter, and went to Burger King or whatever the next morning. And here comes this old boy. He must have been 96. He
Hmm.
had his six shooter on his side, and I'm just going, yeah, no, I'm not in New York City anymore. This is
Yeah,
definitely not New
definitely.
York.
The only thing about out here is we're so many because everybody can have concealed out here. So you've seen I've seen too many people and too many altercations, and then people will just suddenly go, and they'll reach, and I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere near that shit if they're gonna get that crazy with it and that loose with it.
That's why scenario based training is key. I've been doing
Yeah,
a lot of scenario based training.
there's
That helps out with that a lot.
Yes, it does.
but anyway, I miss that from when I was younger, because I've learned how to clean them and tear them down, and my dad was really serious about that. And even when I grew up in Virginia, you had to go through a hunter safety course before you could get your license to go hunt. And I don't even think they do any of that anymore. So
Even where I'm from, that's all we did was hunt. And you don't have as many people that hunt now like they used to. I mean, it's
mhm.
just, man, it used to be a holiday. Like this time of the year, we'd all be down in the woods at the camping place.
Exactly. Even when I was little, it used to be a holiday. You get
Yeah,
the whole week, like the first week of deer season, you got off. You didn't
that's
go to
exactly
school.
right. Yeah, starts around Thanksgiving and it goes through Christmas, and I guess February you start getting back to what you're supposed to.
What? Look at this. 22 longs, 1,000 for
That's what I'm. That's
$80.
what I'm replying to. Yeah, because that's unreal.
That really,
God.
yeah.
Wow. I had this is what's so freaky that we're all talking about this because it's so wild how things are interconnected. Long time ago, one of my friends purchased a gun from me. It was a replica Pony Express 22 that you could actually do the cool flip with it and cock it as you would flip it around. I couldn't personally do it because my dad would have beat my butt. But anyway, I ended up selling it to a dear friend of mine, and it happened to be the same friend that Koopy had sold his Mavic Pro to. It's just kind of funny how things go around like that. And I was just thinking about him when that came up just now. Yes, you can open carry. What about so there's no concealed carry? It's just open.
Where's
Because I
that
know
at?
out here you
Mhm.
can it's concealed. It's real easy to get concealed.
Yeah, I wouldn't open carry. Maryland open carry is illegal, only concealed carry, but I wouldn't open carry even if it was legal because
Yeah,
if something was to happen, you're going to be the first one that gets a bullet if somebody, you know what I mean?
We used to go to school with the guns in our gun racks and our trucks and
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. I mean, it was,
yeah. It wasn't no big deal. Like I said,
exactly.
because they did a bunch to train us back
Oh
then.
well, that was the other thing. At school, we had a gun safety class.
When I
So
went to 4-H class, when I went to 4-H camp every summer, there was a
right,
gun safety class, and you could go
yeah.
shooting with professionals that taught you how to use the guns.
We
I
had
mean,
future farmers of America too, and they teach you basically about getting around heavy equipment or something like that. They use a straw dummy and they take it up there to that PTO shaft and you know,
yeah,
next thing you know, oh, I don't want my arm in that.
yeah. Okay, so the guy with so there's open carry and concealed carry in Virginia. Okay, so that's just okay. Open. Wait a minute. Open in Kentucky, but I have concealed. Yeah, pretty easy to get.
Conceal certification. Or,
in Texas, they've done away with all those licenses now. You can just do whatever you want, and I'm not kidding. You can open carry, you can conceal carry. It doesn't matter.
What about open containers?
That's how you get pulled over. And hey, no joke. About 6 months ago, no, 8 months ago, I was drinking a cup of coffee. Coffee in the mug container. He pulled me over. You know what he
Really?
started asking me about though? After a little bit, what's that about your license plate? Because I got BMAX aerial visual as a frame. He wanted to know. I just said Google it.
Well, see, that's
Yeah.
what's out here. They got this new law going in that you can't put any frames on your plate. They have to have full access and full view of your plate.
As long
Well,
as it's not blocking the view of the license, it's fine here.
anyway, but so what happened was I was in an accident where a guy ran a red light and kind of took off the front nose of my Jeep, and he mangled my license plate. Now I have to go get new license plates, even though I don't have. They're not due until April, when I could just legitimately turn them in and
Okay,
go ahead.
I was going to say, Scott, you can't go anywhere now for half an hour.
Green Acres just came on.
But I haven't watched, like I said, it's I haven't watched any Nick at Night or Nickelodeon in so long. Like most of the time now, we'll watch some kind of streaming network
Yeah.
because
Oh,
we're really hooked on. We finished Yellowstone, and which was really cool, and I like the way it ended. But supposedly it's not the end.
no.
They're gonna do like 4 or 5 more episodes,
They're
and then
going
it's
to do
gonna
spinoffs too.
yeah, it's gonna do switch off to Rip and them.
Angel.
Look, he's here. He made it. Now we can all give him hell about his microphone.
Angel.
How's it going, guys?
Can't
See,
hear
we
you.
figured it out now. As long as the cancellation's working, it's good.
Don't mess with me, guys. How are y'all doing?
All we're doing.
Oh, damn it, you messed up. I was hoping
Did he say something?
we like, I can see Angel's lips moving, but I can't hear a thing.
Ah,
Well, we were talking about what, like Dre brought it up last week, because he thinks that that's what's going to get us in the end. Is like I said, it's pinned in there for you all to look at. It's in the NDAA. It's section 1709, and it says that they must determine if Chinese built drones are, bad for U.S. security. What was it? How's the wording? Unacceptable, pose an unacceptable risk to United States national security.
No. That's not the part of the wording that bothers me. They more or less said that if nobody does the study, they're going to go ahead and ban it anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just going to automatically go into
So
effect.
you're going to tell me that there's not some company out there relying on these drones that's not going to do a study, I hope? I
Well,
guess
DJI has said
I'll
the
do it.
same thing. They need a fair test. Will they
I'll do
get
it.
it? I don't know. Because even Amazon has backed them up, saying, "Hey, all their data's out on our servers. They're not sending anything home. It's right here." So could they have a backdoor? Yes, but like everybody else has pointed out a million times, these are everywhere and give them much better data.
Yep.
So
Look,
why?
hey Bill, we can go buy that DJI 1000. It's on sale again for $379.
What for the next 4 hours? Wow.
They must, they must have sold a shit ton of those things.
Well, the thing about it is they're still selling them. Angel, look, you could have waited till today and still got it at that price. Or
well,
is that how
I
much you
got it.
paid?
I'm good.
That's the same price, right?
Yep, same
Yeah.
exact price.
Yeah. That's unreal. For the next 4 hours and 48 minutes.
I'm happy about it.
Should I? Nope. I
See, I
shouldn't.
don't know. I've never really had a need for one of those because when you buy 10 batteries for each drone, you really don't care.
Yeah.
Well, it's more so for powering. I mean,
I saw who is it? What's Anchor? The commercial for Anchor where the guy like he has this giant like case and he pulls it out and then it's got like a roller on it and he goes into the house and he literally plugs it into the power supply and switches the house power over to the backup power supply, which is the Anchor battery, and everything starts running. And I'm like, okay, it's a big battery, but I can't see it powering your whole damn house.
Oh, sure, for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You see what Brian says in there? Waypoint, New England.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all.
And I
It's
don't
not
have a problem
sooner.
with that.
That's my fear. My fear
I,
is it's going to be a lot sooner.
I don't have a problem with that, but you cannot tell me somewhere in this country that somebody's going to be enterprising enough to come up with something equivalent and make billions of dollars. Come on, this doesn't make any sense.
Well,
I don't
go ahead.
I don't see how nobody's reverse engineered the technology yet. You know,
That's true too. Oh wait, somebody has. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they did
It
it.
doesn't make any sense though, like you said. Like, why are they just now going to break it down and try to tell us that there's this could be a national security risk? I'm like, I'm pretty, like you said, pretty sure that they've already done that. They've already went to those links. They're just waiting on what kind of jargon they're going to throw at us and try to convince us that, oh, these are really, really, really bad, bad. Hey, look, Mikey. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's, Mike. Glad to have you in the house. Scotty-O had a lot to do with it. The group that I threw up here last week, the U.S. Drone, what is it, Society, or
United
not,
States
not,
drone.
not his, it's Drone something, United States Drone Network or something. But anyway, they're the ones that they've got ex-military people in there that are all saying that, oh, the reason that U.S. technology is behind is we've gotten lazy, that we've gotten all this good technology from them. And they're like, we stopped building stuff, man. We stopped
Right.
building stuff. It's
They
your own
shipped
damn
it
fault.
all overseas.
Yeah, we've done this for years and years and years. I can
Look,
still remember when I was young making furniture and stuff, and
well, I was going
like
to say they used to make my clothes in Alabama.
they
We need to
used to
bring
make.
back slave labor.
We had a Buster Brown where I lived at in Marion. We had Brunswick that worked out there. Brunswick made, and I was there when Brunswick converted from like doing billiard balls and bowling balls to Brunswick Defense, and then it's like evolved into something else. Now I'm not sure what it is now, but they're
Well,
still there, and I can remember when the trains would roll through with all kinds of made in USA stuff on it, and you
look,
don't
I know
ever
we're
see
not
that.
supposed to talk politics, but I think it was George Bush 1 or 2 that said, "Oh, we're a service community now, or country," and that just meant, "Hey, we're fixing to ship all our manufacturing overseas, and we're only going to do stuff," which is nothing,
We're going to ship it overseas and buy it back to ourselves.
right?
We can't afford to build stuff here now. That's the problem.
So it don't
guys,
really matter which side you're on. Though. Both sides are doing it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
I'm gonna take
Exactly.
off.
All right, thank you, Randy. You have a
All
good
right,
one, brother.
I'll see you
You have a
guys on the
Merry
8th.
Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I hope to see you on January the 8th, which is not only the comeback of drone therapy, but it's Elvis Presley's birthday.
All right, you guys do the same, and I will see you on the 8th.
All right, you taking off too, Scott?
Yeah, I probably need to. It's I
No, you
got
don't.
toothpicks
No, you don't. That
rolled
episode's
up
not over
my
yet.
eyes.
That episode's not over yet. Brian said, "Hang out, man. He'll mix you a drink."
That's sure going to put me under. I won't say I don't drink. I just don't drink a lot. So
Yeah, it's like me. I can drink a half of like a regular, like with liquor in it, and before I get halfway through, I'm like,
yeah.
I can't drink like 2 beers and be like, ah. I'm not like that anymore. Of course, I can remember when I drank 30 beers and did stupid stuff like that when I was younger. Herman, glad to have you in the house, sir. All right, Scott, I love the mug. I really love the mug a lot more than I thought I
Yeah,
would.
and really, thank you so much. I mean, I
I'm
can't
glad
tell
you
you.
got it. Like I said, I'm glad it's the big mug.
And I appreciate you inviting me on the show. But yeah, you're right.
Hey,
I
like,
know, just like I know you have a hard time watching. If I'm not asking you to watch my show, but timing wise, it doesn't work. I mean, I realize most people can't watch it because at what time it comes on. So,
What time does
and
it come
you're
on?
6 o'clock Eastern time.
like
And
3
what I
o'clock
usually
my
do
time.
is since Philip comes on after me, and so I've been doing 2 hours when he's not on, and then I do 1 hour when he does come on. So
And the second hour is where I managed to catch him here and there. And then
Yeah, because that's what I see. Most Central and Pacific time people will come on at that time, and so
Mhm.
if things are flowing, I'll let it keep on going. But if nothing's really going, then I'll say, okay, see y'all later.
Yeah, because this is basically fun for us. Because
Yeah,
it's not we're not gaining big viewers in the drone community anymore.
that's
Because
it.
people are
We're fanatics, and
yeah.
we are the only ones that are fanatics. I, my wife, she's like, y'all just a bunch of old folks talking about nothing. but
Well,
but
they talk
she
about
listens
soaps. We talk about drones.
exactly. So
I've
very
had a
interesting.
couple of people that'll look at me and I'll go, they'll be like, I'm thinking about getting a camera to take pictures of my kids, and then I'll start going. The DJI Pocket 3 is just really a phenomenal camera. It has a a full 1 inch sensor, da, 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 da. And they're like, "Are you okay?"
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm like,
All
"But if
right.
you're white
Merry
now, and
Christmas,
you think
everybody.
all right, have a good one, Scott. Thank you very
I,
much. And
I got to
if you
find where
need
you
me,
click to get off this thing.
just keep a gape. You'll figure it out in a minute,
I will. Yeah.
or you can just hit the X. I think it'll pull you out. I'm not sure.
Let's see what this does. Let's change avatar.
Okay, that's going to change
That ain't
avatar.
gonna do it.
Actually, it doesn't look to me like I can do anything.
See,
I don't.
upper right corner, it should have your name. I think it says log
Yeah,
out.
I see
Maybe
it.
that's it.
Yeah, I got it. Thank you so much.
Have a good Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Same.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Scott.
See you. See you.
Yeah, I'm definitely have to try this out at least once or twice here next few weeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's because, like I was saying a minute ago, there's not going to be any drone therapies between now and the new year. But I've started playing Cabal again, and then there's a game that I've been playing on my phone that I can actually play a desktop version that I could share too. So one, I'm hoping to get some people interested in Cabal, which is if anybody out there is interested, it's like World of Warcraft, but it's you can win a lot of stuff as a free player, and plus I've been a paid player for like phew, phew, 15 16 years, so I have a pretty strong character. So people that are just starting out, I can help them build up their characters really quick, plus I can make armor and make weapons and stuff too with a lot of my other characters. So it's if anybody's interested about it and they see some of the live streams and want to do, I will help them get all hooked up and everything. Merry Christmas to you, Jim, and good night, sir. And Mike said, "Hello, Angel." And Brian said, "Hello to Herman." But that's been a couple of minutes ago. So, we got about
Just see
8
things on this so that it keeps track of all your comments, how many numbers, got a timestamp on when they came in, which is kind of helpful because you could, like you said, you can get behind when you start rattling on as to who came in and what they said, and that's a good way to back up, see how far you went, and
well, and
take.
then the cool thing is your guests see all this too. So
Yeah,
that's what you're like,
that's what I'm saying.
hey,
Yeah,
just got to remember, you can a lot of people just say Evie Mux, but they call it Eve Mux. So I don't know if it's something in their language, because they have very what you want to say. I don't
Swedish. It's
no, not
Swedish.
Swedish. I would say
Could be
more
Russian.
of a
Could be Russian though. Yeah.
Ukrainian accent, like more Ukrainian, I would say. So that's why they strike me. So okay, gotta
B-Rad's
run.
out.
Take your NyQuil now. We'll probably knock you out. Oh, I was talking about. Hang on just a second. Look at this. I gotta show you this. Y'all talk
Yeah,
for a second. I'll be right back.
NyQuil is not what it used to be. It was 50 proof back in the day. That was some good stuff.
See, you've been flying. What have you been flying, Brian?
Mostly my
Are you
Mini
doing the
4
Air
Pro.
3S or
Uh,
Mini 4 Pro?
Mini 4 Pro. The Air 3S, I had to make a deal with my wife, so it's sitting in the closet till Christmas morning.
That's right. You have to wait till Christmas morning for that one.
That's okay. I got her over a barrel too. It works both ways.
Okay. I mean, hey, at least it's under the tree, so that's good.
Well, actually, in kind of a way, it's good in a way because I'm doing a bunch of things with the Mini 4 Pro and the Evo that I'm going to stack against the Air 3S when I get it going. and it has to do mostly with low light stuff because that's where I live. And I love doing low light. And here about a month and a half ago, I was set to, Galveston. There was cruise ships leaving. I was set to drone one after dark for the first time ever, only because of the time change. I had the light, Evo light, ready to go. That, of course, was when the app decided to take a crap and just leave my device entirely, as it did with everybody else. So I had to put up the Air 2S, and the Air 2S did okay, but as soon as I turned it towards those bright lights on the boat, it just blew everything out. It just wasn't good. So I need to try that again.
I had something, and my wife had something too, where you felt like you had the flu and you got chills and everything, but you didn't really have a fever. Good night, Brad. Get to feeling better. That you had a fever and you didn't, and you kind of coughed and stuff every now and again, but it wasn't really the flu. And they've been giving people antibiotics out here for
Yeah,
it.
no, I call that a hangover.
Yeah, I don't remember them. I can't survive them too well anymore. That's why I don't partake that much, really.
Now, talking about, I might go ahead and do a live stream. It's been over a year since I did a live stream, and you know, I kind of always think, well, it'd be fun to do another one again, but it's a pain in the ass. I don't know how you do it, Bill, every week. I don't. Anybody that does it every week, I just don't understand how you can do it. But the one thing I did like was the time frame, because 4 to 6, I get the European audience, and it kind of slides into the American audience. So I'd always have people popping in one way or the other.
I'm not going to do another drone therapy before I have my surgery. Like I said, I'm going to do some gaming stuff. I play a game. Let me go ahead and bring it up and I'll share it with you, Ron. But yeah, I'm going to do some gaming stuff. Probably maybe 1 or 2 days between now and the New Year's.
Now, are
And
you going to
then,
post that?
huh?
Are you going to post that
Post what?
gaming?
Yeah, I'm going to do it live.
Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah, because I actually gave that a thought here a couple months ago. I had, you mentioned a game you like. I like jet fighter stuff, and I found out Ace Pro. Is it Ace Pro? Yeah, Ace, whatever. They
Hmm.
came out with a new version that I wasn't aware of. Man, I've been playing that thing to death.
I play a game, the game on my phone. It's called Top War, and I can actually take the game from my phone and put it on my desktop so that I can see the whole map laid out and everything, and not the little phone screen.
Yeah,
And
you tend to miss a lot on that.
yeah, oh, here you go. I wanted to show y'all this. It's exactly. I was supposed to give like Angel some, but Angel's like, I don't really drink, so don't give it to me. And then the other guys I haven't been around or seen that I was going to give it to, and it's like I said, it's a year old. It's apple pie moonshine made with pure grain alcohol. That's like I said, it's a year old. It hasn't been opened in a guaranteed 10 months,
Oh boy.
and you can see it's got the cool label on
God bless America's out, Bill. Just so you know. Angel, I sure hope you're not saying nothing, buddy, because it ain't coming out.
it. We still can't hear you, and you're freezing.
Oh, come on. Is he playing with me?
No, now we just heard you when you said playing with you, and then you freeze again.
Okay.
Y'all need to get internet out there. What
All
is
right,
the
we should do
deal?
like this.
We have internet. It's good. Um,
He's
no,
got
I
to
was
add
gonna
more
say,
hamsters.
we gotta, just waiting for that Mavic 4 to come out.
Thank you very much. Have a good one, Ronnie. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. And May. That's something I was going to talk about. Santa Claus. I asked Santa Claus for a 3D printer, and Santa Claus has delivered. And it's so funny because my wife looked at me. She goes, "Where's your printer at?" I said, "You didn't see that thing?" I said, "Walk to the other side of the kitchen table." And so she walks to the other side of the kitchen table. My phone's going to ring this time anyway. So she walks to the side of the kitchen table. And she goes, "Oh Lord, that's it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she goes, "I don't know if we can wrap that." And I was like, "And it's heavier than hell too, man." I was like, "We don't have to wrap it," because I got the X1 carbon with the AMS system, so it's the full combo kit. So and that's what I got. So actually, I can print with carbon filament later on. And then I was talking to Dale last night before last, and he was telling me about Maker World. So I was actually going on Maker World and checking out prints and stuff they have there, which is pretty cool. So, and Angel's like staring at his phone.
No,
We've
I
got.
was getting a message.
I'm trying to think because we're at that point of the show that I normally talk about, like what streaming stuff I've been watching, or what's really cool to check out. And there's not really been any new movies that I've seen come
No,
out.
there hasn't nothing anything good anyway.
But I've been watching actually the Day of the Jackal on Peacock. It's really, really, really good. It's a remake of the 1973
I
version
was
of
gonna say
the
that.
1972 book of the same name,
Yeah,
Day of the Jackal.
that was a good movie back then.
The
I never read the
series
book.
that they got going on right now is really, 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 really good because they're not going. They don't even mention Bruce Willis's Jackal, which is also based on that. But they he plays more to the first one, more about like how he's kind of a fancy kind of dude, and he's like a trendsetter. He's a fashionista. You know, he does all this stuff. So it's more closely related to the book. And I can't remember the boy's name, the actor, but he's the same actor that's in the Harry Potter's Mysterious Animals or Beasties, whatever. So he's the guy that's like the Beast Wrangler, you know. And the thing that was so bad is I was trying. My wife, we're watching it, right, and she goes, oh no, they're about to catch him, because you see him as that kind guy from Harry Potter and stuff, and he starts doing this evil, evil, evil stuff, man. And it's really getting worse now because I think we're at the end of the first season, so you know he's really gotten dark because people are starting to find out about him and stuff. But it's really worth a watch. Anybody that hasn't watched it, you need to start watching The Day of the Jackal on Peacock. If you don't have Peacock, then go to one of your cable services. I'm sure they've got some deal running where you could get at least Peacock with the commercials for free. Because I know Xfinity does. That's how we get it.
Oh, if you're talking about streaming, I don't really stream, but we watched the movie the other day that
Okay.
was a little distressing. Speak No Evil.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
Is
what
that
the hell?
James Purefoy or what? No, no, not James Purefoy. What is his name? But anyway,
Watson?
yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Say that
Yeah.
again. The name of the movie?
Watson?
Speak, speak
Speak
no
No
evil.
Evil?
See no or speak no?
Speak
Speak
no.
No Evil.
Yeah.
Speak No Evil? It was in when you watched the Deadpool Wolverine Deadpool trailers.
Yeah,
It was one of the films where there's like two
McAvoy.
couples.
That's it. McAvoy.
That was kind of wild. Wild.
Yeah, because he's the same dude who's played like Professor X. He's been in a lot of films. He was in, what was it, the M. Night Shyamalan series. Bruce Willis was in it also. It was like, what, Unbreakable. And anyway, but his character was like, I can't remember which one it was, but it was in that series. And there was like two or three of them that were actual. And, oh yeah, and Samuel L. Jackson was Mr. Glass, but he was a genius. So he was like the evil genius from the comic books. But and then James McAvoy's character, I can't remember what it was, but he was like super super strong, and I can't remember what the name of the movie was.
I vaguely remember this too. It sucks
Yeah,
getting
it's like,
remember shit anymore.
well, at least not important stuff we can still
Like my
remember.
wife will say, "You know what I'm talking about, right?" No, dear.
Yeah, or they have to remind us you're not as smart as I am anymore.
No, dear. Can you go again? Can you
Yes, yeah. Tell me that
say
one more
what I didn't
time.
understand the first time?
And then after two or three more times, they get pissed off because you're like, "Oh, you're just a now." All right. Let's see. So you watched Speak No Evil, which was pretty cool. Oh, okay. I remember there was something
That's
else.
fine.
I'm always losing my train of thought. Cabal.
Streaming wise, I'm watching that Lord of the Rings series.
Oh, I need to watch that. I haven't even got to there
It's
yet.
on it's on Freevee right now, and it's the first season anyway. It's free.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's better than I thought it was going to be.
We had started on Max watching Dune Prophecy, and we're behind like 3 weeks on it because we had just had so much stuff going on. So yeah. Okay. And I just posted the link
Saw that.
for the Cabal game I was telling people about. You can go check it out and see if you're interested in it or anything. And if you're interested in playing the game, I can help you, be kick ass out of the gate. I can give you all kinds of strong armor and medical, magic gear and return stones and healing potions and all kinds of fun goodies
I
if you're
gotta
interested in that.
I'll check out in the game at least a little bit. I'm bookmarking it now.
Well, like I said, it's more. It's a lot like WoW, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
So if you're into that kind of gaming, then that's something that you could check out. Oh, about camping and its potential. So you're gonna have AC while you camp?
Now,
Well,
see,
it's just there. It's just there if you need to, you know.
now that's a good use for something like that. Yeah.
And plus, well, that's why these external chargers are pretty interesting.
And
Because
John's
yeah,
saying Blue Eddie
it's not
forever.
to charge my. It's not really to charge up my drone. It's not like that. It's not like I'm like going to be out there 8 hours flying drones. But I think
Why not?
I gotta. Well, I would love to do that. Unfortunately, I don't have that luxury. but no, I got a CPAP machine, so I gotta plug that puppy in, and like if I gotta charge my phone, whatever. Apparently, it'll hold the fridge for 19 hours.
I should already have a CPAP machine, but I'm trying to hide from it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the best thing ever.
I don't know, man. I can just
No,
see me waking
no, I
up about
swear.
4 o'clock in the morning, ripping that mask, tearing that hose.
You don't even
'Cause-
feel it half the time.
No,
right?
I
But
got
what happens if you get up in the middle of the night to piss?
You just take the fucking thing off. You just take it
yeah. Once
off,
you're sitting up, you're good.
and you put it back on. Just turn the machine off, take it off, put it back on when you lay down.
So, have y'all seen those advertisements for the Inspire thing?
Yes, I was gonna say I saw that today.
Okay, I got a friend who did it.
And
Uh, about well, and that's the problem is every other month he's had to go back to the doctor to have it adjusted or put in or re-put in, and I'm just going, yeah, no, this is kind of gross because it's invasive.
Oh
okay,
wow.
Yeah, they put it in you.
Yeah, I got
He,
that
he,
part, but the fact
but
that
he
they have
says
to
when it
update the
works really.
firmware.
He feels like a normal person. He can sleep anywhere now, as
right.
opposed to sleeping on the couch in the living room.
But still, though, man, if you got to go in every, you know,
Well,
hey doc, did
actually,
they come out with new firmware? I'm not really working right.
yeah, actually, that was it took about 5 or 6 months for it to settle in. And I asked him, I don't know, a week or two. I said, "How's it going?" He goes, "Yeah, no problems, but it's like you're living on the edge. It's like, is something going to happen?" In other words, it's not what he thought it would be as easy as it would be. He said it's better, but it's still got issues, and it's not cheap.
Yeah.
I was
Every
about to
time you go to
say
the
it's
doctor,
probably not cheap.
no, well, those doctors, those are specialist things, and he's not on. He doesn't have any kind of health care, so it's really kind of putting
Oh
him in a
wow,
bind.
yeah, but that does sting like a bitch, especially if you gotta pay it. Excuse me, sir. I know you're having trouble breathing, but is your credit
We won't our money.
good? you know, can
No,
you can you
actually, Bill. Honestly, I am a big advocate for a lot of people because my father snored, and of course we don't know when we're doing it.
right?
But my wife here was like, "You're snoring loud," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then here's the question they asked me when I did all the sleep tests and everything. I was like, "You, how many seconds are in a minute?
60.
You know how many times I stop breathing in a minute?
How
Uh-oh.
many?
Uh-oh.
60.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, you did not breathe for an entire minute?
Yes.
That's not good at all.
Wow, dude. Yeah. Now I've recorded my wife sometimes, and the longest she's ever been is like maybe 15 seconds. but she's done it before. But she tells me, she's like, she told me, she goes, you don't stop breathing, but you snore like unreal, like
Yeah.
tearing down tall trees.
And the thing is that it's an early sign for potential stroke and heart attack. So the faster you get it, the better. I know that it's not sexy, but it. I tell you what, after like 4.5, 5 hours of sleep, I sleep like a champion. It's like
Oh
a
no,
movie.
I just had this funny vision of like you could draw a cartoon and you could have them as the children and they were both kissing each other with braces and their braces got tangled up and then you
Now
could
we have
switch
CPAP
to the
machines.
same couple when they're 60 and they both have CPAP machines and they're trying to make out and their CPAP hoses get all tangled up.
I'm
Well,
glad you went there because I was thinking the same thing.
That was
I
so
told my
funny.
wife. I told my wife she's gonna have to probably get a. We're gonna get matching CPAP machines. You know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking because my wife they want my wife to go too, but we're trying to do
They
one
have.
thing at a
So the
time.
other thing is they have a dental appliance you can do, which pushes your tongue forward, so then you don't have to do the hosing and everything. But you have
Uh,
to go to the dentist a couple times to make sure it gets fitted right.
uh,
Because basically what happens is that as we age, the muscles in our face start to relax, and so if you don't do jaw exercises, the muscles in here fall into your airway, and that's what causes the snoring. So
This is so
I
much
can do
fun to
a
prepare for.
presentation for everyone next time.
well, we've got just 12 people here, and it's right at the top of the hour. And I wanted to tell everyone I love you all, and I'm very gracious for everybody wishing me a speedy recovery. And like I said, we're going to come back here on January the 8th, which is Elvis's birthday. So I'm going to probably make some kind of Elvis themed thumbnail to bring us back for in 2025. So, Brian, is there anything you'd like to throw in before we sign off here, sir?
Not a damn thing.
Uh,
Happy New Year, Merry Christmas,
bah
that kind of
humbug.
good stuff. And Bill, please get well.
I will definitely do my best. Angel, anything you got?
As of now, just I made a fun Christmas video, and I can leave you guys with a nice photo of the Space Needle if you'd like.
Yeah, sure. That'd
And
be
I was
great.
flying with Lance the other day.
Uh-huh.
Let's go like this. Here, we're gonna do this one here. There you guys go. Oh, it's not allowing me to share.
Look
Oh,
at
there you
that.
go. All right. There you go.
Very cool. Very nice.
So we're going there, huh?
We're
And
going there, guys. We're going there. Let's go.
with that, I will tell everyone Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, wait. I didn't see that. Hang on. Hang on. Let me get this out. Brian's wanting to share something here. So we'll bring it in.
There's your Autel Evo photo.
Oh, very cool. Our wheel's bigger. I
Our
had
wheel
to do that.
is scarier.
I had to say that though. Our wheel's
Also
bigger.
trying to see how this works too. So that's
All
good
right.
news.
Thank you, folks, for everybody
Hi,
that stuck
Bill.
around with us. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everybody. And we will see you back on January the